everybody, it is me, Green Toad Girl, and right now I am going to be showing you a tutorial of how to draw Mabel Pines. Obviously, Mabel is one of my favorite characters ever because I do a ton of fan art for her. I love her so much. Best show. Today, I thought I would do a little nice tutorial for you on how to draw her, because it's one of my passions. So, I'm giving you the full treatment. I'm going to be doing the pencil sketch, I'm going to do some outlining, and then I'm going to color and shade, just so you can get the full picture experience. Anyway, I start with the eyes. Now, their eyes are perfect circles in the show because they obviously have a computer at their disposal, which I don't do that. I do it by hand, so sorry if my circles aren't perfect circles. But then the shape of the face. Now, they have pretty round cheeks. That goes to about there. That's where the ear is going to connect. And for the ear, if we go like that, about right there. Now, there are two different ways to do her hair. You could do it where the long part goes behind that eye, or where the long part goes behind that eye. Now, I'm going to do it the way that is most classically represented in the show, which is with the long part going behind the left eye. So, the top of her head is about the same height as the bottom of her face, maybe a tiny bit taller. And it's pretty flat on top. It kind of curves around like that. That was a little off. I'll fix that quick. And then we have the short part here. And the short part does not touch the eye. But the long part kind of goes behind that one too, and around there. Okay? I'll give her her headband, because she can't be Mabel without her headband. And let's go with the sweater. Now, obviously she has to be wearing a sweater because she can't be Mabel if she's not wearing a sweater. So I always start with the neck of the sweater first. Then I draw in this side, and then add in the arm. Now, for the arm shape, it is a little skinnier at the top and kind of bows out towards the bottom, just like with the actual sweater shape. Kind of comes in like that. And it's a little bit harder to see right now just because it's in pencil, but once I get the outlining and stuff done, it'll be a lot easier to see. Then I'll add in the other arm, like that. And her skirt comes down here, but I won't finish that off because I need to draw in the hand here. And hands are obviously the thing that I hate the most because everyone hates drawing hands. Hands are the worst thing to draw. But the way that her sweater works is that you don't really see much of her hand if she's just in a resting position, so if you just kind of do the fingers like that. Add a couple fingers on this side. Make her skirt a little bit shorter. It's a little too long. Add the lines on her sweater. We'll add her eyelashes, some eyebrows, smile because she always has to be smiling, add this little tuft in the back there. Now you might notice that I'm leaving the hair because I do this part, or the bottom half of the hair, for last. And I'll bring this down here. Their legs are very thin, and the shoes are very flat, or feet, I suppose. And they're not connected at the top. A little slightly bent. And then she wears flats, so we'll draw in her flats. Socks. And now we can do the hair. So the hair shape can be kind of tricky to get. Let's see, about right here is where it kind of starts to curve outwards. You don't always see. There we go. Okay, then let's have her looking back there. I'll add like a light pencil sketch of this. Her shooting stars, her classic sweater. And that's the basic structure for Mabel. Now, I'll do a quick fast forwarding of the outlining because it's just me basically redrawing the whole thing. So let me get that done quickly. Alright, so I have everything outlined now. And we can get on with the coloring. So, I will show you my complete color palette that I use for her. First, let me take my pens out of my pencil case. See, I hold all my pens in my pencil case. So, for Mabel's colors, you will need the black, a green, I mean, of course her colors depend slightly on what sweater she's wearing, but I'm doing her classic sweater. Her orange. Let's see, where's my nice purple? Purple. This red. Brown. That's a lighter brown. This is a darker brown that I use underneath that lighter brown. So this is your color palette that you're going to use for Mabel. So we'll color in her shoes, which are obviously black. I also forgot to color in her pupils. Let me do that quick. Okay. Let's get her hair done. So I start with this dark brown underneath. Then I go over it with this dark, or lighter brown, not darker brown, lighter brown. And it gets the perfect tone that we need. There we go. Let's do the shooting star on her sweater. I always do that on there. Now, the order is purple, green, orange. That's the tail of the star. And I did forget one color. It's this yellow, which we just need for the star. Her skirt is a dark purple. Okay, now I use this bright red for her sweater because even though her sweater is kind of in between red and pink, I think that this red looks the best for it. can fill in the skin tone. So I have peach. Okay, and to add her blush, I just use that red that I used for the sweater. There we go. And that is all for the coloring. Now we will move on to shading. So basically for shading, all you do is you take your black and you go in all the places, I have to make those eyebrows a little darker. You go in all the places that would be in shadow, I mean obviously. So I go on this part of the hair, on the front of her head, behind here. The eyes also have some shading in them. For the clothes, you have to shade a little bit darker than the skin. And for the purple, it has to be really dark because you need it to show up. I'm gonna darken these lines. But since I darken these lines, that means that I can add some shading without worrying about them not being visible anymore in the hair. And a little bit behind the body and underneath the ear. And then for the legs, you just go on one side. There we go. That is how you draw Mabel. All that's left is to sign it. That is how you draw Mabel, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and I hope you enjoyed how the picture turned out. Thank you. See you next time.